Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So today we are finally going to return to one of my favorite series that I started and never continued, and that is Weird Disney. Today we're going to talk about the bathroom of the future. So if you are familiar with Disney, the Disney company, Disneyland when it was starting out, you probably know that there were a lot of attractions, can we call them attractions, that were sponsored. The first one that I talked about, the Wizard of Bras, was sponsored by the Hollywood Maxwell Company. If you haven't checked that one out, I will link it in the description down below for you if you haven't seen it. But it was a bra shop that was sponsored, and it was in Disneyland. So just weird stuff that is in Disney and you're like, kind of, why? So another one of those is what we're talking about today, and it was sponsored by the Crane Company. The Crane Company was founded in 1855, and it was one of the major industrial fixture kind of companies. They did a lot of industrial manufacturing, and they were one of the main manufacturers of bathroom fixtures up until 1990, when they eventually did shut down. When Walt was designing Disneyland, he wanted to have Tomorrowland. That was definitely a thing that he wanted to have, but as they got closer and closer and closer to time, it was kind of becoming evident that this isn't going to get done in time. So he was thinking, we're not gonna have Tomorrowland when we open. We're gonna forget about Tomorrowland, we'll open it later. But then as he's thinking about it more, he's like, no, we really do need Tomorrowland. So even a partial Tomorrowland, even if we can get just a little bit of Tomorrowland, that's better than having no Tomorrowland at all. Crane Company gave them some money to help with the starting of Disneyland, and they got an attraction. This attraction was a 20-foot long diorama of a bathroom. I wish to goodness I was kidding. That in April of 1956, so almost a year later, they did get the Bathroom of Tomorrow open, and it was styled, they say, by Henry Dreyfuss. He's one of the big names at the time in design for industrial items. He did things like that Big Ben alarm clock that is the alarm clock you've seen in everything ever. He designed that. He was the designer of a couple of phones that were widely used. He designed the Honeywell round thermostat, ye old thermostat that has been seen everywhere for forever. He designed that. So this guy was kind of a major deal as far as industrial design and styling went. So to have him be part of the design process, it was ooh, this is very upscale, this bathroom. Very fancy. He was a celebrity who was styling these toilets. In every single piece of research that I did on this topic, every single person included this same picture and made a point of telling you that they did not have a ribbon cutting ceremony when they opened this attraction in April of 1956. They had a valve turning ceremony because it was very on brand. So there's Walt and Henry Dreyfuss, and then the president of Crane Company, Frank Elliott. So those were the three that had the grand valve turning ceremony to officially open the attraction in April of 1956 and say, welcome everyone to Disneyland, please come and enjoy the Bathroom of Tomorrow. So old Henry has designed this bathroom for us, and he's made it very fancy, it's very futuristic, it's very yellow. The first time Kohler had yellow or any colored fixtures was in 1927. So this was a thing kind of a long time ago, that we would have our pink toilets and our blue tubs and our purple sinks or whatever. We were really a fan of the colors. I found some old brochures from the 40s and 50s for if you were ordering some appliances, some fixtures for your bathrooms, if you wanted to design your bathroom. These were some brochures for Kohler and Crane that showed the very yellow options that you could get. And then there were some other colors too, you can see there. The Kohler had some pinks and some blues and greens that were options. And there's the Kohler yellow, that was it called Tuscan yellow, I believe. And then here you can see Crane's version of the yellow bathroom. They had even more colors. You see there's several citrusy options there and lavender. So those were some of it was a thing at the time to have colored fixtures in your bathrooms. So this wasn't actually all that unusual, except for they didn't just have these bright, vibrant lemon yellow, I believe citrus yellow is actually the name of the color that they used. They didn't just have it like that. They also had them plated in 24 karat gold, because in the future, everyone's fancy. This bathroom had some more interesting features even than the color. Here is It was like a brochure that they had, and I'm not sure if this was like given out at Disneyland or if you had to be at a showroom or something to be seeing this, but this was the design, and they had some of the features listed out in here, and you can see the plumbing, the fabulous bathroom designed for the future and available today. And then on the other side, you can see that they do mention heating and air conditioning. Tomorrow's bathroom incorporates the type of heating and cooling which will make you forget the weather. Everyone's just dying to get away from the weather in Southern California. And I guess it does get hot in Southern California. You can come in and just hang out in your bathroom because the ventilation and the air conditioning is so wonderful. You can just cool off in there. And while you're nice and cool, let's just look at this picture here. This is one of the few pictures that I could find of the actual diorama. So you'll see there's a lady there. She is enjoying the view. There's the tub in the middle. It's kind of sunken down. That was a big thing that they talked about, was the tub is sunken into the floor to show a sign of luxuriousness. I don't know why that's more luxurious to have it like sunken as opposed to raised up, or like, I mean, it's easier for me because I bang my shins every time I get into my bathtub, and it's not even like a big tub. So, I mean, I'm here for it. Like, just let me fall into my tub. That's great. I don't know why it's luxurious. It's more or less just clumsy proof. The toilet is on the left. The bidet is out of sight, but it is over there on the far left, over next to the toilet. If you scan around, there is a shower in there. There's the sinks. Over in the corner, you can see reflected in the mirror. It's hard to tell what it is, but let me circle it for you. Those are dumbbells. The bathroom of tomorrow apparently was also a gym. So while you're nice and cool in your bathroom, you can just go ahead and get your bicep curl on while you're in there enjoying some air conditioning or doing whatever it is that you do in the bathroom. I don't know why dumbbells were included, but they made a point of including dumbbells in the bathroom of tomorrow. Now, I've worked out a lot of weird places, but like in the bathtub isn't one of them. Now, if you have, like, please share your secrets. But that was one of the weirdest things that I read about this. Like, you know, in the order of weirdness, it's like Disney had a bathroom diorama as an attraction. That bathroom diorama had dumbbells. So this giant shadow box of an attraction was not the only thing that was in there. There was also, they called it the teardrop exhibit. It was water droplets, and it was the history of the valve. So they had the riveting, dramatic history of valves and pipes that you could look at and explore that. I mean, if you are interested in the plumbing sciences, I bet this was actually pretty fascinating. But there was also an interactive element, because we want to involve the children. We need the children involved in this and get them excited about water. So there were also, at the very front, there was a crane logo and display with faucets that they could turn on and off. And they were just like gigantic valves that you would spin, and the kids could turn them on and the water would spray and they could play in the water. The whole point of that being, look at how easy our faucets turn. Like our valves are so smooth, even a child can do it. So all of that fun that was contained within that attraction did close in August of 1960, so it lasted just over 4 years. If you went between April of 1956 and August of 1960, you did get to experience the wonderful world of water as the crane bathroom of tomorrow. Sometimes it's called the bathroom of the future, but that was, I think, the initial name, and then they did change it to bathroom of tomorrow as its like official name. So that is it. That is our second edition of Weird Disney. I guess it's actually not that weird because there were a ton of Disney attractions that were sponsored by outside companies, but I just don't see myself going to Disney to look at a bathroom. Although, you know what? I take it all back. People take pictures of the Tangled toilets. People, like, that's a destination, is the Tangled toilets. So you know what? Disney was just like 60 years ahead of his time. He was visionary. He knew that one day we'd all be taking pictures of the bathroom. I guess it's not that weird after all. I'm gonna have to rename the series. That is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have suggestions for other like weird things that Disney has had in the parks or in movies or anything like that, let me know the suggestions down below. I'd love to do some research on that and put together a little rambling video for you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.